The other day I was watching the Warriors and Jazz series, and I watched that game, and I really want to understand what it is that makes the Warriors go up by 20 points, 30 points, 40 points. So I really want to study the game. I watch a lot of Warriors games, but I usually just watch them as an average NBA fan, just to, see highlight plays and which team wins at the end. I never really study what goes wrong during the games. So while I was watching it, the Jazz started off bad, so I didn't really count that, because usually teams have bad starts and the other team has a good start, so I didn't really count the beginning. But after halftime, it was like, I think it was a 10-point game, somewhere around there. So it was still well in grabs to, get the lead or tie it up. But during the third quarter, I noticed something from the Warriors that I never noticed before, and now that I think about it, this is probably like the major reason why the Warriors keep winning by 20 points, 30 points. And it's their fast breaks. Next time you watch a Warriors game, look really close when they start going on like 10-0 runs or 15-0 runs. Notice that it's always coming from fast breaks. The other team starts slouching, they start doing careless turnovers. The Warriors come back on a fast break, score it. Now the crowd gets involved. Once the crowd gets involved, now the other team is, oh man, we're never going to win this. So they start slouching even more. They start using their emotions. They start getting careless. And they just start giving up. Mentally, they become weak. And you combine that with the crowd yelling in their ear, it just becomes chaotic when that happens. Now, this might not be a surprise to the majority of you guys, but I'm telling you, watch the games really close. If you're able to stop them when they're going on runs or fast breaks, you'll be able to stop the Warriors in general. Because a huge myth that people have when it comes to how great the Warriors are or how great offensively they are is that people think that they just shoot threes all the time. And if you check the box score at the end, that game that I watched, they scored like 7 threes. It felt like they scored 20, but they only scored 7 threes. So we have this whole mythology of the Warriors, all they do is score threes. No, all they do is when they get on runs and when they get on fast breaks, it just starts becoming a mental challenge to overcome it. Sometimes it has nothing to do with talent. It has nothing to do with the Warriors having Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Kevin Durant. Sometimes it's something wrong with the opponent's head. They just don't believe that they can win anymore once they're down by 10 or 20 or 30. We've seen plenty of teams come back from those, like 20-point comebacks and like 30-point comebacks. We've seen plenty of those. But when you're down against the Warriors and you got the crowd going up against you, it just starts becoming a mental challenge. And it has nothing to do with the talent that you have on your team. Which is why when we saw in the 2016 NBA Finals, when you had the Warriors in Game 7, they were going on runs before the half and they were getting, fast break points. They were going on like 10-0 runs. They were just doing what the Warriors usually do. But the Cavs had mental toughness. They were able to come back after the half and score 3 quick threes that put them right back into the game. When you have those type of teams that don't worry about what they did the last possession and just worry about each possession one at a time, that's when you can become the most unstoppable team. When you can pressure the Warriors into last second situations like the Cavs did in Game 7, when the score was like 90, I think it was 93-89, and they had like 10 seconds left to score. When you pressure the Warriors into those kind of situations, I'm sorry to say this, but they always choke. Literally always. If you let them go up by 20, you have to be some mentally tough person or mentally tough team to be able to even cut it down to 10. Which is why I always say when I'm watching Warriors game, if the Warriors score 5 straight points, You have to have somebody that can just go out and get you a quick point so that they don't go on a run and they don't have the whole crowd getting into it and you just become slouched and emotionally careless. Which is why you need a guy like LeBron or Kyrie or Kevin Durant when he was in OKC or James Harden. Those are the type of guys that can get you points when you need them most. Those type of guys, when they give you points when the other team is going on runs, those are like the team's saviors. And I'm going to say it again. You let the Warriors in any type of run and just say bye-bye, because you got to be tough in order to come back from that type of deficit, especially against the Warriors. And again, it's not the threes. People always think it's the threes because they always see the highlights of Curry, you know, doing his whatever, that dribble move and then shooting, and Klay Thompson just scoring 60 in like 11 dribbles. People always think that it's the threes that destroy the other teams. It's not the threes. Look at the stats. The Houston Rockets and the Cleveland Cavaliers were the two highest three-point scorers in the entire league. So it has nothing to do with their threes. It's just their transition offense and how quick they go back on fast breaks. And if teams can crack that code and stop the Warriors from doing that, they'll literally become the Warriors stoppers. And they would have the highest chance of making it to the finals. But where is this team that will actually listen to this? And I'm surprised that coaches don't understand. And even if they do understand, I'm surprised that they don't run plays or they don't practice for this type of situations. And I wish I was allowed to post NBA like footage or NBA videos, but sadly I can't because the video would get taken down. So I tried to explain it the best to you guys so that next time you guys watch the Warriors and watch how they play, notice exactly what I'm telling you guys. Because trust me, that's the biggest problem for the opposing teams. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.